हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम पढ़ने जा रहे हैं क्लास 10th के फिजिक्स का ये चैप्टर है। इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इस चैप्टर का नाम है। इस चैप्टर में हम पढ़ने जा रहे हैं आज के पहले लेक्चर में, लेक्चर 01 में इलेक्ट्रिक करंट क्या होता है। इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। नाउ व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रिक करंट? Electric current is defined as the rate of flow of charge. It is defined as the rate of flow of charge. The rate of flow of charge through conductor, through conducting substance or through conductor. It's called electric current. Now what is rate of flow of charge? What do we mean by rate? Rate means anything divided by time. It's called a rate. When you have any quantity, you divide it by time, you call that rate. For example, rate of change of velocity is equal to velocity by time. Rate of change of acceleration is equal to acceleration divided by time. Rate of change of concentration is equal to concentration divided by time. Similarly, rate of flow of charge is equal to charge by rate by time. Charge by time. This will be equal to electric current. When you divide anything by time, you call that rate. With respect to time, when you define anything, that is rate, electric current. Now this electric current is denoted by I, and charge is denoted by Q, time is denoted by T. Now what is this charge equal to? Now let us explain first this charge. Now we have two types of charges. We have either positive charge or negative charge. Positive charge is charge on a proton and negative charge is charge on an electron. Any substance in the universe is made up of matter. Matter is made up of atoms. Atoms consists of electrons and protons, where from these charges are there. Now we have positive charge and negative charge. Positive charge is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised power minus 19. Negative charge is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised power minus 19. But the sign convention is it is taken negative, this is taken as positive. Now this 1.6 into 10 raised power minus 19, it is called a unit charge. It's called a unit charge. 1 unit of charge is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised power 19. Now let us take a conductor. What is a conductor? Conductor is a substance. It's a material through which electrons can flow, or through which ions can flow. It's a substance through which ions or electrons can flow. Now how the electrons and ions flow through the conductor, a separate class will be dealt in a separate class it will be dealt. What are conductors, semiconductors and insulators, in which substances electrons and ions flow and in which they do not flow, it will be dealt in a separate class. Let us here take this is a conductor, means through this substance electrons flow, that these are the electrons which are flowing through the conductor. The electrons will start flowing when we apply it to the terminals of the battery. Now it's connected to the terminals of the battery. Now how many electrons are flowing through the conductor? Let that quantity is denoted by N. What is N? N is the number of electrons flowing through the conductor. And what is charge on an electron? It's equal to Q. It is equal to E. What is charge on an electron? It's equal to E. Now what is here charge? Total charge. Total charge here will be equal to Q. It will be equal to number of electrons and number of electrons and charge on an electron. Therefore this Q is equal to Ne. If we substitute over here, we get N into E divided by T. This is current. Now see, SI unit of charge is coulomb and SI unit of time is second. Therefore SI unit of current becomes coulomb per second. That's called ampere. What is SI unit of current? It's ampere. Now we have studied till now. SI unit of current is ampere. SI unit of current is ampere. SI unit of current is ampere. Therefore I can write it like this: ampere is equal to coulomb per second. Now when a current will be 1 ampere, under what conditions current will be 1 ampere? Now see, this is a conductor. In this conductor, if 1 coulomb of charge, if Q is equal to 1, flows through this conductor for time t is equal to 1 second, then 1 coulomb of charge flows. For 1 second it flows 1 coulomb for 1 second, then our current becomes 1 ampere. Now current is said to be 1 ampere when 1 coulomb of charge flows through a conductor for 1 second. Now when our current will be called 1 ampere, current is said to be 1 ampere when 1 coulomb of charge flows through a conductor for 1 second. It's called 1 ampere current. Now let us solve numerical problems on this. Till now you can be asked in the board examinations, what do you mean by electric current, what's SI unit of electric current, and what is 1 ampere of current. Define 1 ampere of current. Let us take a numerical. Let this is a conductor, we are given a conductor. Let in this conductor there are 10 electrons flowing through the conductor, 10 electrons. Now see, therefore 10 means n is equal to 10. Charge on an electron is E. Therefore our Q is equal to n into E, that is 10 into E. Let the electrons flow for a time is equal to 5 seconds. Then determine current. You can now determine it. Time current is equal to Q divided by T. Q is equal to N into E divided by T. What's N? N is 10 into E divided by T. What is T? T is 5. 5 2s are 10. Therefore 2 electronic. What is 2 electrons? What is charge on an electron? 2 into 1.6 into 10 raised power minus 19 coulombs. That means 3.2 into 10 raised power minus 19 coulombs of charge flow or coulombs of current passes through this conductor. This is the type of the problem you can be asked in the examination. Now what about current? Is it a scalar quantity or a vector quantity? Current is a scalar quantity. Current is a scalar quantity. It is not a vector quantity. It's not a vector quantity. It's actually not a scalar quantity. It's actually a tensor quantity. Tensor quantity. But we in 10th class we write it as a scalar quantity. It's a scalar quantity. Actually it is neither written as scalar nor as vector. It's written as tensor quantity. Now we take it as a scalar quantity. Now see, if our problem is like this, one more question, if it is asked like this, we have a junction. We are making a transformer or anything other. We have a junction over here. To this junction there are number of wires which are passing towards the junction, and one wire is like this. This wire through this junction, this is a wire, through this wire current flows towards the junction. Through this wire current flows towards the junction. Through this wire current flows towards the junction. Let this be I1 current. This will be current of second wire. This is current of third wire, and we have to determine how much current will leave through this wire. Now there is an assumption in case of this type of problems. What is that assumption? Current flowing towards the junction. Current flowing towards junction must be equal to current flowing away from the junction. Must be equal to current flowing away from junction. That means this current plus this current plus this current, it should be equal to current flowing away from junction, that's I4. That is I1 plus I2 plus I3 should be equal to I4. Now let us solve a problem on this. Let it is 5 amperes. Let it is 3 amperes. Let it is 1 ampere. Then what will be I4? I4 will be equal to, since these all are moving towards junction, we can add them. 5 plus 3, 8 plus 1, 9 amperes. This is all about current. In the next lecture, we will discuss types of substances, conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Thanks for watching.